What's up, guys? The Iceman here on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. Yes, John Cena's theme music as always, and we won't really get involved in that too much. But anyway, I want to say one thing good about the WWE network is because of the way wrestling has been in all promotions, we can go back and watch the libraries of the old WCW or even the old WWF or ECW or any kind of wrestling we want to see. And right about now, that is a really, really good thing. The only thing about the WWE library of like WCW and whatnot, there are pay-per-views that are edited. You don't really get to see the whole original pay-per-view. So I would have to tell everybody that collects DVDs in any kind of wrestling promotion, hold on to those DVDs because you have something of great value there because you have the original pay-per-view. And it's great. I mean, going back and watching a lot of the old NWA Starcades, WCW Starcades, or, Bash at the Beach, the Great American Bash, Spring Stampede, Halloween Havocs, to watch those and just see the numerous amount of major stars in professional wrestling on that roster at that particular time. I mean, you could have a 6 to 8 hour pay-per-view by WCW and have all top line superstars beyond that for 6 to 8 hours. That's how big the roster was. And we don't see that like that anymore these days. And even though, like with the WWE having a halfway decent roster now, they only showcase a certain amount of stars. It's not like it used to be. Yes, times have changed. Whether you like it or not, I'm still a big fan of the old time wrestling. I always will be. I think back in the late 70s and early to like mid to late 80s, I think wrestling was at its very, very best. And you can talk about the Attitude Era in the WWE around the 97, 98, 99. Yeah, it was great. I don't deny that, but I still would go back and, watch a lot of the old time wrestling because it was more enthusiastic. The crowds were so much louder. They were more into it, especially like with the tag teams. You had so many popular tag teams back then. The Road Warriors, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And back in those days, Ric Flair was such a huge name in the world of professional wrestling. Dusty Rhodes. I mean, you had Sting, you had the up-and-coming Lex Luger, Chris Benoit. It was just a phenomenal time to watch wrestling. So that's one good thing about the WWE Network is you can go back and relive the past. If you don't have the DVDs, the only thing is you're not fully getting everything out of it because there is a lot of editing by the WWE, which takes away from the originality, as one would say about the pay-per-view. But if you get chances and you haven't seen any of the old time WCW, NWA pay-per-views, or even, watch the early Nitros from 95, 96, 97. Check them out and check out all the stars that they had. It was just a great time. It was a fun time. It was a time where the WCW was like neck and neck with the WWF. And that's what made wrestling so much fun, because of the competition. Now, without any competition, you can produce any kind of mediocre wrestling show, whether it be live, whether it be taped, and people are going to watch because there's really nothing else to watch. And but again, go back in time. I mean, anybody that's new to watching professional wrestling, if you're young, or even if you're old or you're a female or whatnot, go back and check out the late 70s and up to like around 88. Wrestling was phenomenal. I mean, you won't be disappointed. I mean, I could list you off so many super great matches. But with that being said, go check it out and see it for yourself. Don't rely on what I'm telling you as far as that goes, but you definitely won't be disappointed. Again, the WWE Network. With that now being, installated into the world of professional wrestling, a lot of the pay-per-views are being taken off cable systems, and being done so people can't watch them by pay-per-view, so you have to buy the network. And then, obviously you have to pay the 6 months fee in advance. It's 6-month increments. So Vince knows what he's doing. He's very smart business-wise when it comes to that. So unless you find it on the internet to watch it that way, you'll have to get the WWE Network if your cable system decides that it isn't allowed to air that particular pay-per-view by that particular promotion. So again, watch the old stuff. That to me is the biggest thing about the WWE Network, is watching old time wrestling. But don't forget this. Every single DVD you bought in the past, every single DVD you have in your library, hold on to. Those are the originals. Those always will be valuable. And someday, somewhere down the road, maybe generations ahead, someone in your family will check them out and say, wow, this was great. This was great. Because I really honestly don't see wrestling really in the future, so many years ahead. I think it's a dying thing unless somebody can come up with something different. And it's unfortunate because it's been around forever. It probably never will go away, but it'll never, ever be the same. This is the Iceman. Peace out. Enjoy your Friday.